out, my name is Clifton and these are my co-hosts Lenaire and Michael. This is the show for and by wrestling fans. Today's episode is a video response to Mick Healy in 85, and in his video he picks his top 100 favourite wrestlers. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick our top 10 each. So
because 100 will take too long.
yeah. So do you want to start, Lenaire?
Me?
Yes, your top 10 favourite wrestlers
The one who
of all
didn't
time.
write it down. Okay. My favourite wrestlers of all time start with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I was going to say S.A. Rios.
Close.
I'm just kidding, yes.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, because he was the guy who turned me back into a wrestling fan back in the 90s when it was the Attitude Era, and especially when he beat up Vince McMahon in the hospital bed. That's my favourite of all time. So, number one on my list.
Let's not forget about Austin 316.
And Austin 316 and
That whole time,
King of the Ring. Yeah,
was
the
great.
whole time. It was great.
Okay.
Second is Kurt Angle, because the man can wrestle, he can talk, and he's just funny when he wants to be funny, and he's great. Number two. Number three is The Undertaker, of course, because you've got to respect his dynasty and what he's achieved in this industry, and he's going to be remembered for a long time. Because whenever people ask me about wrestling and they say, does Goldberg still wrestle? Does The Rock still wrestle? And I say, no. And then I go, what? Yeah, but The Undertaker still does. And everyone knows who he is. So, number three. Number four is when I start having to pull into the depths of my memory here. The Rock.
The best wrestler on earth.
What's not to like? The guy looks good, sounds good, is good. That's all I really have to say.
Yeah. Charismatic.
So bringing it more kind of up to date to today, I love watching MVP and Mr. Kennedy. I think they are the future of this business and so entertaining.
God bless you guys.
Good wrestlers, can tell a story. You're doing fantastically, and I think you're great. Speaking in terms of, I guess, more of the funny side, Christian was great. Christian never took anything seriously.
He was an idiot when he went to
Can
TNA.
turn a crowd for him or against him, and can act the fool, and is just great. And now getting into the more sentimental area, Eddie Guerrero is one of my favourites. I saw him wrestle live against Kurt Angle in Melbourne, and it was the most amazing wrestling match I've ever seen. The guy
No doubt about
could
that.
wrestle and could tell a story. And again, Chris Benoit, because he was a great technical wrestler and could do anything, and still had so far to go. And yeah, I miss him. So that I've got one left, I think. Is that right?
Yes, one more.
I have to bring
Takamichinoku.
Jericho.
I have to go back to when I was watching wrestling when I was this high. In fact, I might even have still been in nappies.
Can I guess that
Yes,
wrestler
you
then?
can.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
Ravishing.
Alright.
I love.
I thought you would have said Ricky Steamboat.
Well, yeah, Ricky Steamboat was a great wrestler, but in terms of my favourite wrestlers to watch, I loved watching Ravishing Rick Rude. I mean, Val Venus is the poor girl's Ravishing Rick Rude. Ravishing Rick Rude was the original, so it's my top 10.
My top 10 now.
Yes.
Sure, okay. I remember when I started watching wrestling, it was back in the year 1999, where I think it was the Attitude Era. And my favorite wrestler at that time, which is still now, the Corporate Rock. The Rock.
Yeah.
What is it not to like or not to hate about him? He's just marvelous. You all should check out his Hall of Fame speech where he ridiculed all his wrestling friends, not fans, he still loves us. But he ridiculed his co-workers. Watch it. My second all-time would be Chris Jericho. Still remember how he belittled Chris Benoit, his feud with Benoit with The Rock? Superb, yet again, a replicate of The Rock, only his white and his much thinner. I would say my third pick would be JBL. Again, a guy who was lost as Bradshaw, bear-swinging bastard, into a multi-millionaire investor turned wrestling god. Great mic skills. I love him. Third would be JBL. Fourth would be John Cena. I liked him when he was the US champion. I liked him when he was WWE champion back on SmackDown. Great mic skills, but now he's dwindling off a little bit, but still he's in my top 10.
I preferred John Cena when he first came in, when he was sort
When
of
he was the
part
geeks.
heel.
Rapper. Yeah,
The rapper.
the rapper.
Alright, okay. My fifth pick would be Randy Orton. Respected guy, I actually like his feud culminated between himself and Triple H when he first won the title, the World Heavyweight Championship at the youngest age. Imagine that, it's just marvelous. I like how he fights, legend killer gimmick, I just love him. My sixth pick would be Christian. Again, you know, Christian with Edge, the best combination. Which goes on to my seventh pick, Edge. He's the best. I like him better when he was with Christian, part of the H-heads, ridiculing wrestlers and being healed, getting disqualified to retain titles for 7 months. That's not bad. My eighth person would, of course, be Carlito. I liked him when he was having his cabana back on SmackDown when he first defeated John Cena on his debut night on SmackDown to capture the United States Championship. I think you Americans can be proud he represented all of us once. So, Carlito.
All of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ninth would be, back to the sentimental part, it'll be Eddie Guerrero. He lies, he cheats, he steals. Who can ever forget that? We really wish him all the best, no matter where he is right now. And he's just simply the best. My 10th pick would be Jeff Hardy, because of his aerial maneuvers, and I can still remember when I think I was 16 and 14, when he first won the Intercontinental Championship from Triple H. Nice. Just need to work on the mic skills.
I was surprised no one mentioned Batista. Batista is one of my favourite wrestlers. He's a big guy. He's got that.
Maybe because you're a big guy yourself.
Maybe. But Batista, you gotta love the guy. He's you can tell he's got a good attitude. He's cool and he can wrestle. I won't say he's the best wrestler, but you know, for a big guy, he does well. After Batista, I've got MVP. I love the guy. I think he's great on the mic. He's got whatever it is that makes a wrestler work. That's for sure. Next up, I've got Undertaker. Of course, I don't need to say much there. He's the man.
He's not the man.
He's the man.
He's the fool.
No, he's not. Then after that, I've said Sabu.
Is he a Muslim?
Sabu.
I don't know, yeah.
You're supposed to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I just love his attitude. I love his look. I love his gimmick.
It's just a pity you couldn't.
No, he portrays an Arabic gimmick. Is he a Muslim?
No, I
I'm
don't
not
believe
sure.
so.
I don't know.
I don't
If
know.
you guys know the answer, please do reply.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Next up, I've got Chris Jericho. Great on the mic. You know, he can wrestle. He's got the whole package almost. Then Mr. Kennedy. I think he did much better when he was on SmackDown, but I think he's got potential still to make it in Raw. They just need to give him more of a push. And my next wrestler, which we've all agreed on, is Eddie Guerrero.
Rest in
The
peace.
man, the legend. So, of course, he'd be our number one pick overall. Then I've gone with Chris Benoit. So, both technical wrestlers who were legends, I guess. Then I've said Stone Cold Steve Austin. And finally, I've got the Corporate Rock. Closing comments.
Jericho and The Rock. You guys are the best.
I think it's interesting how we all picked The Rock, all because of his mic skills, but it's not just his mic skills. He's the whole package.
Yes.
And Eddie Guerrero, because he could wrestle and he touched us all, so, and we miss him. We do miss him. So it is great that these two great wrestlers will probably appear on everybody's top 10. So.
Okay. On that note, we're going to end it there. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment. Please leave a video response and subscribe if you like what you see. So we'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.
See ya.